That it is. Yes, indeed. And like last time, we don't have enough space to save, but that should be not a problem. Because we were using save states. And also because of this reason that you're seeing right now, the text being not very cooperative. When it comes to for some reason reading or cutscene watching in this game. Let's see how we're doing in that regard, by the way. Well, having a bit of a hard time unfolding a page, but still. Might as well do the little spiel thing. This is Shadowgate 64, the second half of it. I just started Spiffy. I literally just reloaded the state that I made last time I stopped playing this game. It's actually a bit funny I should be coming back to this today, since earlier today I was watching Vinesauce and Joel finished the Journeyman difficulty, which is the middle difficulty in Shadowgate 64. And also I think I'm going the wrong way, never mind. Because apparently an objective of Joel was to get the Shadowgate 64. What the hell am I talking about? I'm getting my words mixed up. He wasn't playing Shadowgate 64, he was playing the Shadowgate remake, which apparently he was a backer of. Shadowgate 64 is what I'm playing right now, but he wanted to make it to the Master difficulty, which is the highest one, because apparently it's the only one which has the Space Reaper death, which is the one for where you smash one of the mirrors and you get sucked into space. Apparently that's an old Vinesauce joke, even though I'd never heard of it before. And also the reason why we're coming over here is because last time we got both of the dead girl's slippers. You know, we already talked to her, but we only had one of them. And also we have the Ring of the Dead, so we should be able to talk to her now. Apparently she really wanted those slippers, because now she can go home and tell grandfather all about our exploits. So that's that puzzle solved. I suppose we have helped a ghost get that much closer to being unghostified. And if we keep going down the circuit of the castle town path, we will also come across this place, which is Agar's house, which he unlocked for us. So I might as well check out what kind of a place he has. Apparently he's got a flint on his shelves. That's pretty big pair of flints, I had to say. Makes the one in Minecraft look like a microscopic version. But apparently we're not gonna ransack his shelves further. If we go to where he keeps his books though, we can get a research log. And if it's to be believed, this is the only language, this is the only book which is in a language that we can read. But we can also find a tooth, a fang. And I think if we look at it in the An inventory, just his fang, never mind. Thought maybe we could get a hint as to what kind of a fang it was, but no. I guess not yet. Also, as you can see, Agar has his wizard poster hanging up in this room. I guess he's like hip scientist who have the poster of Einstein with his tongue hanging out. But instead he's got a wizard. Maybe it's Lakmir, who knows. Actually, he looks a bit different from the guy we've been seeing over the course of the game, but something else we need, which isn't really intuitive, is this thing, this bedpost. Because apparently you're supposed to notice it looks weird, and take it too. Of course that's an issue since I've already bitten this once, but still. It probably would have tripped me up if I had been doing this completely blind. I think that's all that we need from this room, actually. So let's see what we got from this place, this research log, what it's about. I'm assuming this is Agar's own diary. I'm guessing the good master is Lakmir in that place. He wants to know where the last dragon is. Even though dragons are kind of... they've already been stated to be quite rare. But Lakmir's ghost also already told us that apparently he knows where the last dragon is, and it's somewhere around here. It was kind of a passing mention, so it may not have seemed that important at the time, but it is. Might have been the Dragon Warder clan, or the Circle of 12 that kept the last dragon. And of course we get another mention of the Narths, which is the family of legendary Dragon Warders. And we get a hint of some sort. Dragon stands alone, Dragon turned to stone, Dragon comes again, Dragon at the end. I'm not quite certain what that signifies, but apparently the guy's convinced that Lakmir knows the truth about the last dragon, which is true. But yeah, there is a pretty cryptic way to put things. That should be our indication as to where to go next, though. Kind of. But before we go trying to chase the meaning behind that clue, we need to return to the Tower of Disciples for a little bit, so that we can see the witness the end of the little girl's ghost saga. So let us do that. I believe we need to descend into the basement for a little bit. And if I recall, they should be in this room here. I should be able to see them right away since we have the Ring of the Dead on. Here we go. Holy shit, it's huge. Relatively speaking. And apparently her name was Caitlin. We do indeed want to know the way into the Tower of Trials. That's the next destination we need to go to. Apparently it lies in the depths of the reservoir, but apparently he has the means to help us reach the place we need to go, the Stone of First, which requires a special incantation, which is not written down anywhere. And the only way we can get it is by talking to someone who has passed the trials. Well, that might be a bit tricky. But we are being given the stone first, indeed. And that concludes our dealings with the ghosts. And now the slippers are just left here. So, do we know of anyone who has passed these trials? Actually, the answer is yes, but there's no real indication that we do. Also, I don't even know if the way I'm going is the fastest way, but it seems like it should be. Because you got a bit of a hint in what that guy said. Surely not life or death shall hinder us in our quest for the answer. So sure enough we need to talk to a dead guy. And the only one we've talked to who hasn't really been that helpful is the guy at this grave. Because he says he betrayed Lakmir for the world of black magic, and now his soul has never been redeemed. But we have heard also of a magical substance with the property to redeem even souls, which we have. Apparently in indeterminate quantity, so let's pour a bit of dragon tears, and talk to the guy again. Well, that was easy. Instant soul cleansing. Yep, I dropped a bit of yellow liquid on your grave. That seems so difficult. So apparently this guy knows Incantation. That incantation is Nomain Ra. Seems like it, I don't know, like it, the kind of thing that would be a bit more complicated from the way we will talk about it, but I don't know. But the important thing is, now we know how to empty the reservoir. So we can embark on our quest to enter the third and penultimate tower. And we shall do so momentarily. The entrance to the tower is in the park, which is over there, but we haven't emptied it out yet, which we need to do. So instead we'll go back to the ditch place. Next to where the coin guy was. And where the Tower of Dragons is. Because there is actually the entrance to the reservoir in this place. Also I'm trying to find the set button, there we go, to crouch. So that we might descend into this pit without getting killed. And having made it into this place, we can't get in there because of old water. But we use our Stone of Thirst on it. We can just throw it in, recite the incantation, and now all the water is disappearing. And there we go, we can now get down there. And you know, we could have also made it down to this place. But that leads nowhere, so you have to pick the correct entrance in order to be able to follow the ladder down to this other ladder. I think this is where you need to go to proceed. Yep, there we go. What's beyond that door? Can we even go there? Nope, something on the other side is blocking it. I wonder what it could be. And we also get this place with the crest in the background. Actually, it might be important to remember that crest, because it has... I think this is the Royal Family's crest. So it's important to remember it has... You can barely see it, but the tower has 2 windows. The dragons have their mouths shut, and the sword thing with the intertwining swords has one on the left going over the one on the right. So that's an important detail to remember. Oops. Also we have this thing in front of us, with handles that we can turn in a certain way. And I think if you recall, there's something we can get way back at the start of the game. Lecture notes, I think. So one of these sequences is the correct one. We don't really get an indication of which one. I think it's either the first or the second one. What? Let me see. It's either right, left, or left, right. So time for a quick test. Let's... No, don't open the cheats window. There aren't even any cheats for this game. So let's try right, left. And now the way we activate this is by looking at this thing on the end. Apparently it's missing something, but we did pick up this lever in Agar's house, which just attaches onto the thing. I don't know how that works, but... Oops. But apparently attaching the lever was Lakmir's cue to appear. I don't know, are we on the correct path? And apparently there's a link through which the Warlock Lord tries to thwart our efforts. I don't know how that works, but apparently it doesn't exist anymore. I really don't know how that works. Yeah, we gather that much. This is the water control place. With the success of the trials, our anointment will be complete. I hope this... I hope that's the truth, but can we actually turn the lever now? Please. Yes, we will pull the lever. Trying to find out... Ooh, nothing much happened. I think we got the wrong sequence, unfortunately. Oops, no. Right, left. So let's give it another try. Perhaps this is the correct sequence, I don't know. So if we try to pull the lever now, apparently that works. Yep, water begins to flow. And Lakmir, who just talked to us, wants to do so again. Yep, we found that lecture note at the start of the game, therefore I am worthy. Oh boy. Also, hello, King. Look at this amazing action as the water drains. Apparently through a little tornado on the water. Even though that doesn't make any real sense. I was gonna say now Lakmir's gone, but no, there he is still. Shall be tested and tested well. Well, I've already been tested many times. Wait, what? If we are worthy, a life of servitude is our reward. That doesn't sound like a win-win situation. No, well, it could be worse. We haven't been asked to to solve Sudoku puzzles yet, so... Also, I don't know if I'm gonna need this lever back. No, I don't think so. We still can't open this door though, I don't think. I don't know if you're ever going to open that door. The Stone of First though is apparently gone forever. Okay, what happens if we go up the middle ladder? Because we came in through the far right one. Should end up in the same place. Yeah. Okay, so either one of those works. So we're off to the park again so that we can get into the Tower of Trials. And hopefully get it out of the way. Unfortunately though, I know that the Tower of Trials has one of the most bullshit puzzles in this game. So I'm really gonna crack open the walkthrough for that one. But let's actually get there first. Take right here and take another right at the Statue of Jer. To find ourselves in this place. And now we can actually get down here without the water impeding our progress. And also I noticed that the skeleton which marked the appearance of the little girl is just gone now. Wonder where it went. Wonder if it went down the drain or something. Because if we go down here there is nothing except the drain gate. What waters? Apparently they're all gone now unless that green texture is supposed to be water. But let's quit stalling and get inside the not last tower, but getting there. And we get the not Royal Family Crest again. I'm pretty sure that's the North Crest actually. As seen in the one of the books that we picked up. And the reason I keep talking about the crests will become evident soon. Also we got an inscription on this plaque, the Trials. Endure the tests of loyalty, knowledge, understanding, strength, courage, and soul. And long-term preparation means life but also death. We need to leave all possessions behind. We can't really drop stuff in this game though, so we're gonna have to take all of our things when we get inside. Also, what do you want? Yes, there is death here, but apparently we need to cope. Death cannot be conquered, and the ending is in the beginning. That's reassuring. But here things are not what they seem. And one reaches out from the grave to try to trick us? Well, let's have a look around then. We can go upstairs or we can go through this door. And if we go through this door, we find the novice's journal right away. Don't think there's anything else in here, but we can keep following this series of rooms for a little while. We find another couple of books in this room though, I think. We get this one, The Writings of Connor, which is apparently light reading, which we've read before. We also find up on this pedestal, or lectern, The Trials of the Kingdom. So yeah, this seems pretty standard fare, but we'll run into the puzzles very soon, don't worry. Also, I think there might be something in between these post places. Or maybe not. Maybe I'm just being paranoid. Also, I think there's a book. In between all of these chairs, there is the Brotherhood Report. Yeah, I don't think there's anything on the floor here. However, there is this place. And I think if we... There seems to be nothing here, but if we take the time to look around in this room... And keep in mind we are wearing the Ring of the Dead. We should be able to find something. Aha, here we go. Nadod Wrestling. First in line for the throne. Apparently history doesn't reflect this. But he is. But instead King Arond made Ger of the Westland into the next king. Which shocked everyone, because monarchy doesn't really look well upon change. Especially not if it's rational rather than just traditional. And they thought he was a country yokel, even though he saved the world. But he tried to stop the plot to not have him be the king. Oh, I guess these are the people who were found conspiring against Ger and were taken, the lands were taken and such. Even though he was technically next in line for the throne, I don't know. And now he plans and schemes to regain the throne. Even though Ger's already dead. And so is he, so I don't think he's gonna be king anytime soon. Well, we need to remember that guy actually. Nadod Wrestling, the king, the guy that should have been king but didn't because there was a guy that saved the world and upstaged him. So I haven't checked out the ground floor well. Before we go upstairs, let's check out these interesting pieces of literature we just picked up. We got 4 of them. Novice's Journal. Apparently the tower is closing. Because the last master is not around anymore. And Belsar is partly to blame for this. Too much turmoil, too much upheaval. There are voices from another time. The examiner's room. Apparently the examiner's being greedy as well. Well, that wasn't very long. How to check out the writings of Connor? Apparently this is light reading. And after King Ger died, Lakmir was speaking of death magic. And this is when Lakmir first saw Belsar's inclination towards evil. Of course, there's duality, black and white. And even Lakmir experiences doubt. Yeah, Lakmir should have done something worse, but he just said to Belsar that he was supposed to go away. And sure enough, now Belsar's the main villain. Even though we haven't really seen him do much yet, but he has taken over the castle. And it's not like we could really stand up to him, being a halfling and all. Can't even carry large weapons. Apparently Belsar was changing for the better, but then Lakmir died and things got screwed up even more. He took the test without permission and apparently did well. So this is some light reading. And he attempted to be instated as a member of the Circle of 12. Well, you know, Talimar, the Warlock Lord, was part of that circle. So. Apparently he didn't quite make it though, shockingly. So the Blackmare's future to sense of ability to sense the future well. Yep, Blackmare's little discipline tactics didn't work out well. And even though he's called timeless, he apparently couldn't predict this one. The wards and magic remain strong. Well, yeah, apparently the tower where we're in is running out of people. I'm pretty sure we're the only living person in it right now while we're reading this. Oh wow, this goes on for a bit. A pair of yellow eyes stare at the guy who wrote this book. Apparently his name is Connor, if that's who you believed. So let's check out the Trials of the Kingdom. Maybe this will be cheerier. Yep, we heard about this after the defeat of the Warlock Lord. Blackmare turned Shadowgate into a place of learning. Because Jer, I think, mostly wanted to inspire people to learn magic to help put the kingdom back together after the war against the Warlock Lord's other minions. But sure enough, because he was so liberal about letting people learn magic, there were people who, yep, got better at it than the others, and became elitists and decided that they were too good for the rest of the people. And even though this was supposed to be an open thing, they made the trials which favored the noble, apparently. Because, yep, ridiculous intricacies were part of it. Such as the different crests that the families have. And from this we're supposed to infer that the royal family's crests dragons are silent, excuse me. The tower in the crest has a double entrance, and so on. But that's an important detail. Apparently there's a frowning boar and a grinning boar in different crests, but that's not really important. And Lakmir didn't really do much to change that. He just sort of quietly accepted it. And sure enough, the administrator Nado, who I think we just talked to, was the one in charge of the tower. And things weren't going that well. Yeah, apparently all this politics is causing turmoil, and that doesn't happen in the Westland because governed more liberally. I wonder if that was supposed to be something of a commentary, but now for the Brotherhood report. Yep. They're still talking about Belser and how he wants to be part of the club after Lakmir died. He wants to be part of the Circle of 12, but apparently that didn't work out well for him. Lakmir did forbid Belsar from taking the challenge. So what else did he do? Yeah, they really don't like Belsar. I don't really blame them. I guess that's supposed to be him, even though he looks a bit fatter in the in-game model rendering. So, having waded through our little backlog of literature, let's actually go upstairs and check out the challenges. Oh god. Now if we turn around immediately, we're just sent back downstairs. Let's actually try moving this time. And apparently the way we get past this room is by paying homage to the king. I wonder who the king could be. Apparently these are famed portraits of heroes from past ages. We can't really take a good look at them, but because the textures are so crappy, but if we look at this painting, yep, the fierce eyes and strong features of this one make him unmistakable as Lord Jer. And as you recall, Lord Jer was made the king after the death of the other king, Arond. But it was more of an informal succession, or not conventional succession, because he was made king only because of his contributions, and not because he was actually supposed to be king. Unfortunately, though, it doesn't look like there's anything in that room, so... Also, we came out the other door for some reason. But if we look at this other painting in the corner, it shows a cunning man in regular accoutrements. His name is inscribed as Nathod Dreslin. And we just met Nathod Dreslin, who apparently was in fact next in line to be the king before Jer came along. So let's kneel before the actual heir for the throne to find a switch. And the actual way forward. Into this next room. The plaque says created through coat of arms. Finally, the coat of arms puzzle. So let's take the puzzle pieces and use the clues we've gathered over the course of the game to assemble the royal family's coat of arms. That's a neat effect for the text, even though it's kind of unnecessary. And if I recall, it has a tower with 2 windows. It has silent dragons. Actually, that might have been in the wrong order, but... at least this one is in this order. Is that the correct one? But nothing happens? I guess not. Maybe the, I'm supposed to place the right dragon before the other one. That might be it. Didn't think this mattered at first, but I guess it does. And this one should be the correct one. Yep, looks like that was it. Even though I don't really see what that did. Hello? No, apparently it wasn't. Oh boy. Well, I don't know. Well, let me try this one more time. Maybe I got the order wrong. I know for a fact that the tower has 2 thingies and the dragons are silent. So maybe try another variation. No, that didn't do anything either, it doesn't look like. Fuck. Yeah, at least nothing bad happens if you screw it up. That would have been a kind of an aggravating death to have to load over and over. Let me try this. This one more time, if I'm pretty certain. That's incorrect. Oh boy. Okay, wait just a fucking minute. Trials of the Kingdom. This should be the book that talks about the Family's Crest, the royal one. So if we can wade through this real quick. It talks about the snobs who instated the tests and decided to be too snobbish about it. And talk about stuff that didn't really interest the regular people. Let me see. Yeah, policies, the crests, here we go. It says the royal family's crest has silent dragons. It has a double entrance to a tower. Okay, it says it has silent dragons and a double entrance to the tower. Wait just a fucking moment. Also, I'm experiencing some extreme jittering with the music, probably because of what I'm trying to do in the background here. Oh boy, yep. Listen to that music. No, I'm fairly certain you're supposed to see something happen in that room. Immediately. Oops, wait a moment. Okay, wait a moment. You know, I just asked a little bit what the hell I was supposed to do here, but apparently we were supposed to pick the one with only one window. Apparently we've been doing this all wrong. Okay, wait a moment. Okay, wait a moment. Maybe we're not supposed to do this after all, but wait a moment. I think I know what the clue is, but oh, this is kind of counterintuitive. Yep, the Dreslin family. Oh, I see. Yeah. It wasn't the crest we've been seeing all this time. It's a completely different one, because yeah, well, let's ignore that for a moment and let me try to rationalize why that was the case, because early in the game we got this thing, one of these called the House of Dreslin, which talks about the Dreslin people. Apparently another Dreslin was the one that would have been king if not for Jer. Yeah. So, you know, by the logic of this tower, another Dreslin himself was actually the manager of this tower. And here we go. This is the Dreslin Family Crest, so this is the clue that we were supposed to follow. I guess this wasn't supposed to be the true coat of arms, but it didn't really strike me until after I saw that. But what is this grinning demon head we're seeing before us? It sounds like words. None shall pass beyond, it says. Yeah, this tower was kind of designed by the guy who wanted to be king instead of Jer, so it says blah blah blah. Basically, answer the questions right and you can pass. Does the royal family's dragon scream? Well, assuming that by the royal family you mean the Dreslin family, the answer is yes. No, apparently not. And if you get an answer wrong, he just sends you back to the beginning of the tower. So they can miss an opportunity for a death. But apparently they, when they say royal family, they don't mean the Dreslin family. Good to know. So having defeated that question, we see the demon again, except this time she seems a bit concerned instead of just grinning. What is Lord Jer's homeland? That's an easy one, it's the Westland. And now this time, he looks even more concerned, a bit confused even. What was the name of the first dragon? I think it started with a B. Yep, Valhalla. We read about that in the Dragon Riding book, which was one of the first books we got in this. Yep, he's really looking distressed now. Which ring is used by a punishment as a punishment? It's the blue ring. We read about this again at the beginning of the game, but what? No, I'm pretty sure it's the blue ring, because it's the one that turns people insane, but the green ring just kills people. I'm not even certain if that's the way it was supposed to be, though well. He doesn't want to see us anymore. Who is rightful king? Yep, here we go. And of course, because this was designed by another Dreslin, we have to say that he's the rightful king of Karl Torlin. Yeah, they are like the Sphinx in the first Shadowgate, that they are. And apparently that was the last wall. So now we get another bit of this teleporting armor. Which leads us to this place, and again, it might not be obvious from where you're standing, but the controls are reversed. Strength comes from control of one's world, so technically a way you can do this easily is by putting on the blue ring. Which, you know, would normally reverse our normal controls, but since the controls are already reversed, it makes us have normal controls again. So we need to get through this maze without getting stabbed by the rotary blades, but might as well do it once. And the blades effortless. Okay, I think that's a bit of a typo there. The sharp edges of the blades effortless slash into your upper body. I think you meant to write effortlessly there, but apparently we're carved up by these blades, and we end up in a pool of our own blood. So that's a nice ending for Dell's adventures, but let's just keep going. I like how we spawned right next to one of these rotating things here. Now we need to go between two of them to get to the next area. We could take the obvious route that's in front of us, or we could take the long way around, which I'm pretty sure is the correct way. And make it to the next place. Yeah, the death scenes in this could be worse, and it is lacking that distinctive death music. But at least it has a few. They could have just chosen to not put any deaths in. And we're out of the disorienting room, so let's take off the blue ring. Now we get this plaque. The light must burn at the end as it does in the beginning. And what this means here is that we're about to be subjected to probably the most bullshit puzzle in the entire game. If we make the mistake of approaching this guy, we're just sent back out to the start of the tower, so let's not do that. Let's instead check out what's over here. One must not rely upon magic or force of arms, but rather upon the wisdom of knights. I'm not sure what that means. But we have this candle. Beware the challenge of the dark maze. Yep, the dark maze. And before we challenge the dark maze, let me just get the walkthrough resized inside here, because there's no fucking way I'm doing this on my own. Oh Jesus. Here we go. So what is a dark maze, you might be wondering? The answer is... well, you'll see in just a moment. First thing we need to do is use our flint, which we got in a gas hut, to light the candle. And now that we have, we take the candle which is now in our inventory. Its status showed up in the upper right there. But now that we have the candle, we have to rush through this entire maze area before it goes out, so that's gonna be annoying. Actually don't remember, I did this once, but I was sticking to a walkthrough the entire time, so... Oh boy. So I'm gonna have to do that again, because this is a pretty shitty thing that I expect you to figure out with a time limit. Maybe if we go into this place. Oh god. Nope, apparently that door just leads back here. A maze with dark properties. More of just a maze, that's really annoying. A maze that's really annoying. Okay, wait just a moment. So yeah, I very faintly remember some parts of this. I need to find the red buttons. Yeah, there was supposed to be a sequel to this game which was cancelled, but something still came of it. You know, it might not be obvious. We might be taking a look at that if I finish this tonight, which should be possible. But I don't really know. Oh god, where the fuck am I going? Am I going to be able to beat this today? I don't know. If the candle goes... Actually, I don't know. I don't think I'd let that happen, but I can't just wait around. And wait for that to happen. Sort of gauge. Actually, wait. I'm gonna try to make my way through the maze as the candle is going out, because I don't want to waste too much time. But sure, you either die or are sent back to the start here. But I've never really tested it, rather. Hello. It's okay. I really don't know how you're expected to do this on your own, though, because I don't really see any way to do this besides trial and error. And yeah, apparently the solution is to go back and forth between this switch and a bunch of other switches. Okay, wait, no. Wrong turn. I don't know if the same people who made Shadowgate 1 made this game, but, you know, it is the same company, Chemco. And now we can reveal this place. Do we go this way? No, we don't. I'm just doing things, thinking I can do things on my own, but apparently I'm mistaken. I guess you keep pressing this button so that you can lock and then unlock. Oh, hello, Naba Sojoy. What's going on? Am I to understand from the Sojoy after the underscore that you're part of the company that make or have something to do with them? Okay, wait a moment. Then I'll reach the ladder, look to the right doors. Yeah, there we go. Did we make it to the end of the maze yet? We might have.